G'day everyone, it's Buck and RAAF out at a beautiful secluded place outside Innisfail here in far north Queensland. Bit of a cloudy day. Hopefully we'll get through without any rain. Just put the drone up. I think I've got some beautiful drone footage too. Hey, this is probably part one of a series I'm going to do, guys, on military ration packs. I know on my old channel everyone used to love me doing the reviews on the army ration packs. If you can hear waves in the background, they're crashing up on the beach, so there's a lot worse noises you can hear than waves crashing on the beach. It's stunning out here. I feel like I've just got the world to myself. I'm the only one out here. It is unbelievable, and you see from the drone footage just how beautiful it is. It's only like 20 minutes from home too. I should come out here more often. RAAF said, I like it. He said, as long as I don't go near the water, I'm right. When I was at the Townsville show the other day with Jan at Shady Gear, not going to mention any names, no pack drill, as we used to say in the army, someone came up and said, Buck, would you like to do a review on this? And he told me what it was. It's an emergency flying ration that I've managed to get my hands on. And this is what the army pilots use in case their chopper goes down somewhere, and it's an emergency ration, and it's designed to get them through until they get rescued. So it's not like a army 24-hour ration pack or anything like that. It's an emergency ration pack. I've never seen inside this before. I have no idea what's inside it. I'm really looking forward to it. It's got some 100-mile-an-hour tape or gaffer tape, whatever you want to call it, holding it on. I guess these would be issued to chopper pilots, and I don't know if the Air Force use them as well. Yeah, they do, the Air Force and I guess the Army pilots and that. Remind me to pick that up before I go. And they'd either have this in the aircraft or maybe their vests or something. And I've also got another little thing here which I'll have a go at. It's a matchless fire set. Now I am the most useless person at starting a fire. I need one of them butane things and the Ryobi blower to get it going, but I'm going to try and get a little fire going with that if I can, which it's a matchless fire. Contents: flint, striker, fire block, cotton wool and a tampon. And anyway, we'll have a look through that and see if we can get a fire going with that. Got lots of little twigs and everything around. Might have to do a Brody Moss, I think. So let's have a look inside here and see what's in this emergency ration. Remember, if the aircraft goes down, this is just to get them by until they can get rescued, guys. The rate of consumption depends on the task being performed, blah blah blah. Okay, let's go through and see what's in here, right? Hopefully that won't blow away on me. First thing I can see, great energy food, which will keep you going for a long time, is the old original army chocolates. There you go there. 2 chocolate blocks there. What else we got? Looks like a muesli bar. Energy bar, caramel flavoured energy bar. So, lots of chocolate. M&Ms, morale booster. So if you've just crashed behind enemy lines, crack the M&Ms and your morale will go sky high. M&Ms, how good's that? Got some poo tickets there, so you don't have to use leaves. I've had to do that before, it's not nice. And then when you got to walk a long way after you've done that, you get a very chafed ass, let me tell you. Isotonic drink powder, so that's like a Gatorade type powder, which I've got water in there. I've had that before. They also get emergency water, like a little water bladder, guys. So I didn't get one of those, but they do have emergency water rations as well, which I guess you put that isotonic drink in if it's very hot, you've been sweating a lot. They're great if you're digging gun pits and all that type of stuff, guys, and you're losing a lot of fluid. The old matches. Oh no, we've got all the different types, redheads and the big ones. So if I can't get a fire going with these, there's something wrong. These are the big waterproof ones there. We'll see if we can get a fire going with those. So we've got some matches there, as we know, starting the fire. A scouring pad. Not quite sure why there's a scouring pad in an emergency ration thing. I don't know. I guess you can use, oh here we go, we'll keep going. Biscuit jam sandwich. In the army, they used to be, in my day, they were called cookie sandwich jam filled. And the old lady on the, I'll tell you what, the old RAAFies, they've got it good. In the army, when you got those, you'd never got one full. Never got one full. The old granny on the production line used to hit them with a hammer. You used to just tear them and pour the crumbs into you, and that's how you ate those. They feel like they're intact. That could be my first ever packet of jam biscuits that are still intact. Sugar, a couple of packets of sugar, which is, even if you don't take sugar at home, guys, when you're out bush and you're working hard, it's good to get some sugar in you. I'll tell you now, a black cup of tea with a heap of sugar in it sparks you right up. And when I was doing the Kokoda Trail in 1995, you'd be just exhausted, and you'd just stop on the side of a mountain and get the hexi stove out and make a sweet black cup of tea, and I tell you what, the energy that thing gave you was unbelievable. Sachet of coffee, a tea bag, some powdered milk, creamer, and a coffee flavoured protein drink, which you can mix up with water. Coffee flavoured protein drink. So obviously you need, I bought water with me, guys, but remember, when they get issued one of these, they also get issued emergency water rations. I don't know what they look like. I guess they'd be in like a little half-litre bladders or something like that, maybe. So there's a protein drink there. Now, aqua tabs, we used to call them Puri tabs in the army. Water purification tablets. So if you do get some sort of stagnant water or water out of a creek that's not real good to drink, you can scoop it up in there. If you've got an O container, you can scoop it up in there, drop a couple of these tablets into the water, and that can stop you from getting crook, okay? Looks like I've got a razor blade here. Yeah, that looks like a razor blade. So if all else fails, you can slash up and take your own life. I don't know why there's a razor blade in there. I don't know, maybe, who knows? It'd come in handy anyway, won't it? Oh, okay. And this little thing here, this is a cool little mess tin. How does this work, Buck? The RAAFies were a bit smarter than us army blokes. I know, I think I've worked it out. Here we go. So there's little handles for this mess tin as well. Maybe that's not how they come out. So you can hold that like a mess tin there for your food, or you can boil water up in that. You can put that over the fire to boil your water up, which I might try in a minute. Get in there. Dead set. I told you, us army blokes not real smart, eh? Alright, that's better. Try and hang that up over a fire or something like that, I guess. Have I got that up the wrong way? I think I have. I'll work that out off camera. But anyway, there's like a mess tin there that we can boil our water up in. Got a plastic bag there to collect water also, I guess. Tell you what else though, it'd be good to do is have a black garbage bag in there. You can put that over leaves if it's really hot and get water that way by putting the dark bag over the leaves. So this is the fire starting kit now. Let's have a look at this, and they have packed that in very tight. I'm just going to rip that out. Righto. That in there. Make sure I put all this rubbish in my bag so it doesn't blow all over the beach. Sun's coming out, beauty. Righto. So this is the fire, matchless fire set that I got as well to go with it. Little fire lighter there, like a little hexamine tablet. We got a little flint. I'll see if I can get the fire going with the flint, eh? I'll see if I can do a Brody Moss. We got some cotton wool. The other thing I saw once too is if you want good fire lighters, get cotton wool balls and put them in Vaseline and then put them in a bag, in a plastic bag, and then what you do is just pull a couple of them out that with Vaseline, and they make good fire starters as well. A tampon there in case you get shot in the chest and you can plug your bullet wound. I guess that tampon, you could fluff it out and use that as a fire starter as well, okay? And then some more fire lighters there. All right, so that's in the fire starting kit. So I've got proper matches in the survival kit there, and they actually give you a little flintlock or whatever they're called, little flintstone there, Fred Flintstone, and we'll try and get it going with that with using the cotton wool, eh? So what I'll do is I'll stop the camera and I might dig a bit of a hole here, see if I can do a Brody Moss and get a little beach fire going, and we'll see how we go. And then I might see if I can boil some water up in the mess tin and make a cup of tea. Why not? Beauty. And when I have my cup of tea, I don't think you need to see me eat a caramel bar or whatever. I might have a thing of that, but I might treat myself to a bit of army chocolate. I haven't had army chocolate for ages. When I was overseas, bit crumbly, yeah, but that's all right. It still looks white. I mean, if you bought that from Woolies, you'd be pissed off, wouldn't you? But it's still fine. Oh, Aussie soldiers overseas, guys. When we're overseas, the kids loved us because I always knew we were armed up with lollies and chocolates. In East Timor, they come flying out of the bush. They'd hear you coming. Mister, 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 mister. And they'd all come running up. There'd be 20 or 30 of them. And you'd pull a couple of chocolate bars out of your pocket and break them up and give the kids a little thing or give them some lollies. Whatever you had out of your ration pack, the kids used to love us. The Aussies, we were their favourites because I always knew we were armed up with lollies and chocolates. Same as New Guinea. I did a lot of time up in Papua New Guinea on exercise, walking the Kokoda Trail, and also was posted up there for a year as well, training the PNG soldiers. And yeah, the PNG kids loved us. They knew we were a soft touch. They always knew we were armed up with lollies and chocolates and packets of chips and all that type of stuff. Kids in New Guinea, they'd see me drive into the compound. Sir, 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 what's some car belong you? What's some car belong you? Wanted to wash my car because I knew this bloke here, Buck, if you wash his car, he gives you a soft drink, chocolate, a bag of chips for washing his car, and a keener. I used to slip him a keener, which was like 50 cents. They used to love me. Every time I drove in the compound. Sir, sir, what's some car belong you? What's some car belong you? So you get 4 or 5 of them up to wash me car. Give them some chips and that. Yeah, good fun, eh? All right, let's get a fire going. Righto everyone, I've had one little practice go. This is the flint that came out. So we've got a little saw there and no, that's not a blade there. So a bit of a saw there and your flint here. So there you go. What I've done is I've got the tampon down there, tried to fluff the tampon up, and the 2 little cotton wool balls. So I've got some tinder and all that type of stuff here on the side ready to go. Let's see if we can get this going, eh? Now I was told you don't strike it like that. You hold it there and you bring the flint back. You don't take that forward. Oh, first go, First go, I'm not calling it yet. Hang on. How good's that? That worked first pop. I'm not calling it yet, guys. I'll put that in my pocket so I don't lose it. What a great little bit of kit that is. Wow. Let's get some dry sticks here. As I said, I'm not calling it yet. There's smoke. We got lots of smoke. Righto, let's get some more sticks on. I'm calling it. I'm calling it, guys. We got fire, baby. That's what Brody would say. He'd be proud of me, everyone. Look at that. First go of that flint, and it sparked that cotton wool up straight away. What a great little bit of kit. That's going to be in the BT50 for sure. Wow. There's something special knowing you can start a fire without having to use a bloody cigarette lighter, isn't there? That's a good feeling. Some more bits of wood now. We'll get this fire going. Get some good coals and that, and then I can hopefully boil some water up and make a cup of tea, and have a cup of tea and some chocolate, and maybe that caramel bar. What do you reckon? Bit of a breath under it. That really gets it going. There you go. First pop, everyone. I'm pretty proud of my efforts there. I'm usually bloody hopeless at lighting fires. I really am. Righto, let's let that burn in. Hey, how good's that bloody little flintlock thing? I'll be using that. That is bloody brilliant. I bought one from BCF many years ago, and I don't know, I didn't rate it. That one there, a couple of cotton wool balls. As I said, cotton wool balls dipped in Vaseline. Keep them in your emergency fire starting kit. Have a look at this behind me, everyone. Hope that's all right. Hope I got the ISO settings okay. Just while the fire's burning in, I thought I'd show you where I am. This is literally 20 minutes from my house. I used to come out here a lot when I first got to Innisfail, and I stopped coming out for some reason, and when you come out here, think, why did I ever stop coming out? Have a look at the place. You can see it from the drone. A couple of people up on the beach there before must have come down. They've gone back up to their car. This is glorious. Be nice if you could camp out here. You couldn't camp on the beach. Be a bit dangerous, I think. You'd putting a swag on the beach up here, you've got to be very, very careful, guys. The logs crawl up here in far north Queensland, if you know what I mean. Give you a bit of a look. RAAF is right under my feet. He said, Dad, don't go too far from me. Where's the fire? Can you see the fire over here? Letting that burn in. Gonna make a cup of tea soon. Pretty cloudy today, not a lot. We've had some beautiful weather, but it's not raining. It's overcast. Very cloudy. Looking south towards Innisfail, and up this way I can see High Island, part of the Franklin Island groups. That little island up there is High Island, and that's heading north. An hour up there we're in Cairns, guys, so yeah. There are beaches like this everywhere up here in far north Queensland. Come down and you can walk for miles and you'll be the only person on the beach. Try doing that down south in South Queensland, Noosa and places like that. Give me this any day. Bloody beautiful. RAAF said there's no doggy survival stuff in there, Dad. I can't eat chocolate. What's going on? Rightio. This will be easier said than done. See if I can get some water boiled with this, eh? Oh, it's spitting at me already. That's where I'm going to need some sticks to pick this up, I think. Righto, plan B. Think outside the box, Buck. Here we go. Will this work? I don't know. There we go. Now I'll get the fire going around there. I reckon there'll be enough heat under that to get that going just quietly. Especially if I put that one beside it. Should be enough heat to get that water boiled, I reckon. Righto, fire, do your thing. There's already some ash in there, not much I can do about it. That's how the RAAFies do it. I'll show you how the Army used to do it. I reckon us Army blokes were a bit dumb. The RAAFies said, nah, them Army blokes, they're dumb. I'll tell you what, we weren't as dumb as we looked. We used to carry these things. Righto. We'll boil some water up in that too, eh? That water is close enough to boiling for me. That's hot enough to make a cup of tea. Off she comes. So it's going to be fun trying to drink out of this without scalding myself without a cup, but we'll give it a go because that's all I've got to work with unless I use my Army cup. Let's throw the tea bag in. String broke, that's all right. In you go. What else am I going to put straight in there? A couple of sugars when I find them. Coffee, no, sugar. Nice sweet cup of tea. And obviously guys, if you are in a survival situation, you don't work hard during the day. Any hard work that needs to be done gets done in the mornings and afternoons when it's cooler. Righto, let's stir that around. I'm not even going to put the creamer in, I'm going to have and it just broke in there. Beauty. So tea leaves as well. That didn't work real well, did it? The tea bag broke. Unbelievable. Anyway, stiff shit. I've got to drink it now. Let that brew and I'll drink her, leaves and all. What a shit bloody tea bag that was. That one was made by the cheapest bidder, let me tell you. It just broke open as soon as it hit the water. Piece of shit. Anyway, I'll filter it out through me teeth. In the meantime, I'll have another bit of bloody good old Army chocolate. Look at that crumbly shit. Still tastes alright, but the old GoPro looks like she's on an angle. But anyway, listen, this could be the first time I've ever had one of these biscuits. They're intact. No, I've had a couple intact before. See, the RAAFies get the full ones. The Army, we used to pour them out into our hand. They'd be the old granny, she used to suck the boiled lolly so that the plastic would stick to it, and she'd hit our biscuits with a hammer before they wrapped them up. They're nice, bicky. Jam in the middle. Rafa said, I'll try some of this one, Dad. Here, mate. He's smashing that. Rafa gives that the double paws up. Righto. let's drink some tea leaves. That tea bag was a disgrace. The spring broke as soon as I opened it, and then the bag just popped open and spilt the leaves. But they're all on the bottom, I can see them. I can't do the billy swing with this one. Will this wire hold up, or will I scald myself? This could be a good blooper. Oh. Now that water was from home, so I didn't bring it to the boil. If that water was out of a creek, I would have put a couple of Puri tabs in there and I would have boiled the shit out of it. I didn't need to do this, I know where it's come from. That's not as bad as I thought it'd be. A couple of sugars, a black cup of tea with some sugars. Even if you don't like black tea, which I don't, I tell you now, if you've been working hard, like yomping up the Kokoda Trail like I did in 95, a sweet cup black of tea, a sweet black cup of tea was a godsend. And I'll tell you what else we had to throw in there. The old sweetened condensed milk. We used to put a lot of that in because that was sweet as well and give you a bit of energy. When you're around the house, you don't realise how good sugar can be for energy until you're absolutely drained of it. So, that little fire starting kit, I rate it. And I'll be hanging on to this. What a great bit of kit. Might put it some cotton, make my own fire starters, cotton balls with some Vaseline. And the fella who gave me this, I won't mention your name, mate, but thank you so much, I really appreciate it. He said, you don't strike it like that, you keep that part steady and you bring the flint so that the sparks don't fly forward, they fall down into the fire where you want them. The sparks, when you bring that one back, they fall straight down onto the cotton wool, which is what you want. What a great little fire starter. Bloody brilliant. First go, I had a pracky go off camera, but with the fire, that started first pop. I shit you not, guys. There was no fancy editing in that. I started that fire first pop. How good's that? Not the best thing to drink out of, but it does the job. The RAAFies are probably watching now going, these army blokes make a simple job look hard. I probably haven't done this right, but hey, it's working. And there's a hole there that the bloody thing comes out of. But anyway, RAAF said, come on Dad, I know there's another biscuit in there. Another jam biscuit. As I said, I'll make sure I get all my wrappers before I leave. Put the fire out properly with water and make sure all my rubbish goes with me. There you go, mate. He'll smash that. What else we got here? We all know what M&M's taste like. I don't need to do that. Caramel bar, energy bar. I'll give this a go. I don't know if I've had a caramel energy bar. Use the old Barry beef. Okay. It's like a caramel coated muesli bar. I'll finish my biscuit. What a good way to spend a Saturday morning. Come for a drive out to a beautiful place like this, do a little film clip. Don't get much better, eh? Here we go. First impressions, not real nice. Sweetness might come in a minute. Yeah, it's coming now. Yeah, it's all right. It's not the nicest thing I've tasted, but hey, these are designed high in energy, which is what you want. Especially if you're out bushworking hard, you're lost, you're stranded behind enemy lines. God, you wouldn't want to do that, would you? This whole thing's designed just to keep them going until they get rescued. It's not like an army 24-hour ration pack or anything like that. It's just a little thing so that if you're stuck for a couple of days before you can be rescued, you'll be surprised how far a couple of bars of chocolate, a muesli bar, some M&Ms and some biscuits, and that will go. You can make it go a long way. You don't have to eat it all in one day. Ration it out, because you don't know when you might be rescued. It might be 4 days. You might have to, that might have to last you 4 days. As long as you've got water, you can go without food for a long time. If you don't have food, be careful how hard you work. You've got to really be smart about it. Make sure you've got shelter. What's the survival thing? The will to live is number one. Then shelter, water, food. There's probably something I missed there, but the will to live. When you're in a survival situation, the will to live is number one on top of the list. Then shelter if you can get it, then water. Then your food. You can go a lot longer without food than you can with water. Find a water source. If I was here, first thing I'd be looking for is coconut trees. And there are some around. I'll be looking for coconut trees. I saw a bunch of bananas on the beach coming in. There could be bananas around. So late in the afternoon, you go for a look, get your shelter set up, find a water source, and then you go looking for coconuts, bananas, depending on what part of the world you're in. Up here, if you can crack it for coconuts, they'll keep you alive forever. Those things. Coconuts, so many things you can do with the leaves to make shelter, all that type of stuff. Oh, I'm getting into tea leaf territory now. Anyway, I'm going to call it quits there, guys. I hope you enjoyed the clip. That gives you a bit of a look at what's inside a RAAF. Maybe the Army used the same one, or I guess they would, the Army pilots. Emergency Flying Ration. Comes in that little tin. I won't be throwing that tin out either. That's a great little tin. I might turn that into a little survival kit. And in there, you can put some emergency rations. Make your own up. That'll be definitely going in with some cotton wool balls, maybe dipped in Vaseline in a plastic bag. I'll have a think about anything else. If you're into hiking, little container like this, a way to start a fire, some high energy stuff like chocolate and whatever, that can be enough to keep you alive. And it doesn't take up much room. Keep that in the drawer of the bloody four-wheel drive. Well, you hope you never have to use it, but you'll be glad if you do need it, you'll be glad it's in there, or in your pack if you're hiking. So anyway, there you go. There's my review on the emergency flying ration. Once again, to the guy who sourced that for me, thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate it. I've got some more coming up. Aussie ration packs, Pommy ration packs from Steve W, a Canadian ration pack from Slacken. I've got more ration pack reviews coming up. Might tell a few good funny army stories on the way through too. Be good, take it easy, eh? Stay positive, everyone. We'll catch you again soon. I'm going to sit back. I'm not going home straight away. I'm going to sit back, go for a walk along the beach with Rafa and take it in. While I'm out here, I'm just going to soak this in. This is bloody magnificent out here. See you later.